Hi friends, welcome to the Business Studies class. Today we are going to learn about the important steps involved in the planning process. As you know, planning is deciding in advance what to do and how to do it. It also involves setting objectives and developing appropriate course of action to achieve these objectives. Planning can be also defined as setting objectives for a given time period, formulating various course of action to achieve them, and then selecting the best possible alternative from among the various course of action available. The important steps involved in the planning process are: first one, setting objectives; second one, developing premises; third step, identifying alternative course of action; then fourth step, evaluating alternative courses; fifth one, selecting an alternative; then implementing the plan; and the last step involved in the planning process is follow up action. Now we are going to analyze each and every steps involved in the planning process. The first step is setting objective. The first and foremost step is setting objectives or goals which specify what the organization wants to achieve. For example, increasing sales by 20% in the next year could be the objective of the entire organization. Objectives must be set for the entire organization and for all departments, units, and employees. They give directions to all. The second step involved in the planning process is developing premises. Planning is concerned with future which is uncertain. Therefore, the manager is required to make the certain assumptions about the future, which are considered to be base material upon which plans are to be drawn. These assumptions are called planning premises. Assumptions are made in the form of forecast. Forecasting is an important in developing premises as it is technique of gathering information. Forecast can be made about the demand for a product, government policy change, interest rate, tax rates, etc. Accurate forecasts therefore become essential for successful plans. Third point is identifying alternative course of action. Once objectives are set and assumptions are made, then the next step is to identify all possible alternative course of action to achieve the objectives. If the project is important, then more alternatives should be generated and and discussed among the members of the organization. Fourth point is evaluating alternative course. The next step is to evaluate the alternative course of action. The positive and negative aspects of each proposal are evaluated in the light of the objective to be achieved. Alternatives are evaluated in terms of other feasibility and consequences. In financial plans, for example, the market returns trade off is a very common. The more risky the investment, the higher the return is the risky to give. To evaluate such proposals, details calculations of the earnings per share, interest, taxes, dividends are made and decisions taken. Next important step involved in the planning process is selecting an alternative. This is the real point of decision making. The best plan has to be adopted for implemented. The ideal plan would be the most feasible, profitable, and with least negative consequences. Most plans may not be always be subjected to a mathematical analysis. In such cases, subjectivity and the manager's experience, judgment, and institution play an amount part in subjecting the best alternative. The next step is implementing the plan. This is the step where the other manager function also come into the picture. Implementing the plan is concerned with putting the plan into action, that is doing what is required. For example, if there is a plan to increase the production, then more labor, more machinery will be required. This step involves organizing for labor and purchase of machinery. The last step involved in the planning process is follow-up action. It means to see whether the plans are being implemented and activities are performed according to the plans. Monitoring the plan is the most important to ensure that objectives are achieved. Thank you.